One of the questions a lot of students who approach me lately ask me is, do I need a cabin crew license to fly as a VIP flight attendant on private jets? Well, this is a very good question, a very interesting one, and I'm gonna try to answer to it as clear as possible with some tips on where you can get a cabin crew license and also how much it's gonna cost you. So let's start from the beginning. Cabin Crew License, CCL, also known as Cabin Crew Attestation, is a license that you have to have with you if you fly on commercial airlines. This is absolutely mandatory. However, if the jet has below than 19 seats and is smaller than a certain tonnage, so the weight of the aircraft is within certain limits, you are not required by the law to have a cabin crew license in Europe. Still, a lot of flight attendants move in their career from the commercial airlines into private jet, and therefore they have a cabin crew license because they used to fly as a cabin crew earlier in their career for the airline. And this is a kind of very much appreciated in the industry because it's something that can show your professionalism, show your knowledge, and therefore it's, let's say, a plus in your CV. Although I would like to highlight again, it is not mandatory by law to have one. That said, where can you get one? Well, there are specific schools, specific organizations that they provide cabin crew license pretty much everywhere, all over the world. Specifically in Europe, you can find them, as I said, everywhere in Europe. So on average, the duration of this training is approximately 1 week, with a part of that done by remote if you want, and 1 day of practical exercise. And once you have finished with your training, you have to undertake an exam with a limited percentage of correct answer in order to be granted with the cabin crew license. Here is how it works. Every country in Europe has their own aviation authority, but then all of them, they fall under a bigger umbrella, which is the European Aviation Authority, so-called EASA. So if you decide to go for a cabin crew license, it's quite useful that you make sure that the school or the organization that you choose do provide a recognized EASA cabin crew license. So therefore, you know that this license will be recognized and accepted everywhere. United States, they have their own aviation authority, and therefore the European license is not valid in America. Middle East the same, Africa the same. So we're just talking about the European countries, okay? So as I said, approximately 1 week is the duration of the training with a final exam and also a practical part of the duration of 1 day. The price can vary. So for example, in the UK, we're talking about 1,000 to 1,500 pounds. If you choose an organization located in Europe, for example, France, you have a price between 2,000 or 2,500 euro. A little bit cheaper in the Eastern European countries. With Romania, for example, the prices are around 600 to 1,300 euro. The prices are very different because it depends on how rich is the training that they give you, and also the cost of life of the country that is hosting this training. So it's mainly, you know, a choice according to what is more convenient for you, bearing in mind that you have to make sure that the training is recognized by the European Aviation Authority, EASA. Once you have reached your goal and you have your cabin crew license, you can certainly add that on your CV, and this will be a plus, an extra value. This organization also do provide a conversion of the license. So if you have taken a cabin crew license in another country, somewhere else, let's say for example Middle East, and you would like to convert your license from the Middle East Aviation Authority to the European Aviation Authority, those schools also provide this type of service. Clearly the price will be a little bit lower, and then you can have your brand new EASA cabin crew license. Last but not least, included in the price of the training, some organizations do also offer the cabin crew medical certificate. So it will be some medical test done on you to actually make the statement that you are fit to fly. The medical certificate, it is again not mandatory for Europe, but highly appreciate if you have one, and certainly is not the cost of the medical certificate that will have a massive impact on the final investment. The cabin crew license, it is an investment that you may do. It will certainly be a plus because flying is not something in the nature of the human being, and if you are on board of an aircraft responsible for the cabin and the safety of the flight, it is definitely suggested and recommended that you know how to behave, that you know what is expected for you to do in case something happens, because in life we never know. If you have a look in the caption, I have written down the name of the organization I have found. This is my suggestion, and as always, if you wanted to learn more about business aviation and if you need a mentor or guidance to navigate into this industry, feel free to reach out. My name is Martina Vincenzi and I am the trainer of the VIP Flight Attendant Academy Private Jet Coach.